Hi, Julie Barkus here with this week's tip to help you manage, motivate, and retain great staff. The tip I have for you this week is one that you could have a lot of fun with in your organization, and it's one that has a very contagious power to it. So the more that you do it and implement it, I guarantee you the more your staff will do it as well. And how wonderful is that? This tip is to pay compliments. Find today 5 people who you can walk around your childcare program and pay a compliment to. Not a big challenge, right? But again, the more your staff sees you doing this, the more they will model the same behavior. And I'll show you how in just a moment. But I'm reminded of the power of this tip one day when I was working out at the gym. And there were these 2 guys, and they were reading a magazine. And the magazine had this beautiful picture in it of this red-headed girl. And I was kind of sitting in the middle of these 2 guys and what's going to happen next. So I kind of overheard this whole thing going on. So they were reading the magazine, spotted this picture of a redhead, looked up, and then noticed that there was this girl on the stair climber. And they started talking about how the girl on the stair climber looked like the picture in the magazine. So they went over to her and said, "Excuse me, is this you in this magazine? She looks an awful lot like you." And the girl's like, "No, that's not me." The guys are like, "Oh, okay, we just wanted to check." They put the magazine down. The girl got off the stair climber. The guys had walked off and continued on their workout. The girl went over to where they left a magazine. She picked it up. She stared at the picture for like a minute or two and then brought it over to where her girlfriends were working out. She's like, "Can you believe that those guys think I look like this gorgeous model in this magazine here in my sweaty gym clothes?" And they all were laughing about it. And I overheard her say very clearly, and this reminds me of the power of a compliment. She says, "Boy, did they make my day. They made my day." That's the power of one compliment. When you as a leader start making compliments in your child care program, staff are going to experience the feeling of you making their day. They're going to start doing that with one another. And how powerful is this with the parents? So compliments are highly contagious. So take some time, walk around your child care programs, point out the things that are really going right. This will help you focus on the positive aspects of your program, especially at times when you might be feeling down or depressed. It's a great way to lift your spirits. So invest 10, 15, 30 minutes, whatever you have today. Walk around and point out all the positives to everybody that you possibly can. And if you want to take this one step further, after you get into complimenting, you could even divide your team into task forces. And this is a whole activity that you could do with your staff at a staff meeting where their objective is to find positive things about one another and then the following month report back on this. And I'll share more about that activity with you in future tips here at the Motivate Teachers. But in the interim, remember the power of paying sincere compliments. And this is another tip that will help you boost morale in minutes without spending a buck. I'm Julie Barkus. I'll see you back next week for another tip to help you manage, motivate, and retain great staff. In the interim, remember to visit us at motivateteachers.com and the Leadership Connection.